Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kearra. Today we're doing a love reading, general love reading, seeing what comes through. I already have all the cards laid out here. My cat, you can't really see it, but just in case you can, my cat scratched me under my nail, so it's looking a little off there. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Oh, and the Four of Pentacles. So already I'm seeing you could have been dealing with someone who is very protective over themselves, like someone who's really, like you could sense that they're very open and passionate. They feel very deeply, or like they care very deeply about others when they do, but it's like they don't let just anyone in. They're very protective of who they let in, really safeguard their heart. This could be you, but it could be the other person. So they could have had like a female figure in their life who presents in a very masculine way, if that makes sense. So, like a female figure in their life who has a lot of authority or control over um, how they move forward in their life and how they express themselves. So it's like they're kind of limited in who they can connect with and how they can connect with others. There's like an influence that makes them feel as though they are. So they're like even more protective and selective with who they're going to give their time and energy to than they would be. They have like a very, very small, tight circle. It's like someone else directly impacting the way they move, like what and who comes into their life, how things happen. Um, like, really, it could be someone that they look up to in their life, or someone that they've relied on, someone that's taking care of them, someone that they want to like get to that place. There's just a heavy influence over like seeing this other person here is very vulnerable and feeling as though they need to like help protect them and protect what they have to offer or their heart, etc. So that could be you, or that could be like someone that you're dealing with. So for the viewer, we have the Page of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. And then with the other person here, we have the Hermit and the Hierophant. So again, with this other person, like everything we just were reading on the bottom of the deck, I really strongly feel like that's kind of where the other person's at, or already giving us a clue or an indication of why the other person does certain things. Like they're very isolated, they very much so keep to themselves. Especially right now, they could just be in a period in their life where they're really self-focused, but it's like at the advice of someone that they really look up to, like a really grounded, solid figure in their life. They're in a place of like trying to learn. They also could be like holding back and keeping to themselves in order to like ask for guidance or look to spirit to see like what the best thing to do or the best approach forward, the best way to go about things. It's like not relying on their own understanding, but turning to like some sort of higher level understanding, or turning to someone for guidance to try and, oh, this is my cat, understand things. Oh, hey baby, come here. She was really sick last night and this morning, so come here. Don't want her to get sick on the cards, but I'm really glad that she's feeling better. So, also, so what I was thinking right before my cat jumped up here is they could be in a place where they kind of realized they were being influenced so much by someone else. And so now they want to kind of center themselves and figure out like what is really best for them at this time. Like really trying to kind of turn to spirit or some sort of higher level understanding or higher level energy for guidance to kind of sort things out and figure out like what feels right to them, like taking a time out to try to learn and grow and figure out what feels right to them and learn how to like take their power back. And they could be learning that it's safe to be vulnerable, to open up to others, like realizing that they're always going to kind of feel lost or like they don't really know where to go until they start to fully open up and let like the universe or the world meet them where they are. It's like they have to meet spirit in the middle if they want the things that they desire to come in their life to come towards them. Like they're going to have to put themselves out there and be vulnerable, but it kind of goes against what they've learned or advice that they've been given that may have been helpful to them in the past. It's kind of like uh, advice or like the way that they've learned to navigate things in order to get them to this point and feel really safe in their life. But now it's like they are desiring for more. It's like not enough for them to operate in their relationships the way they did before. They need like a deeper fulfillment or like deeper commitment or communication, I meant to say. They need to be able to like express the depths within them and have someone else meet them on that level. They are starting to feel like they could have a really strong like union and bond with someone, but then they're realizing they're going to have to be capable of like going there with someone in order to have that. But it's like totally possible, right? They want this like best friend type of energy. They want to have like a really tight bond with someone, like an emotional bond with someone. They feel very just like empty, isolated, unfulfilled. They feel like they need more or they need to just like go deeper in their relationships. So they need to be like more of themselves so they can meet someone who is that same way and will also get on that deeper level. So the viewer, we have the Page of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So you could be in a place where you also maybe feel kind of lost, like you're trying to find your way. You could be turning to like family members or like kind of relying on family members in order to help guide you at this time, or it's like you're trying to figure out how to like branch out and break out of some sort of cycle and start something on your own to where you can be fulfilled on your own, but it feels like really confusing, right? Like you feel like a fish out of water, or you feel like you're in the wrong place, or um, your resources that you have to rely on right now, it's like something feels off or wrong or just like not quite right. You're feeling kind of lost and trying to figure out how to get like on your own path, kind of carve your own way, do your own thing. So you're trying to figure out like what hasn't worked out before for you and for others around you. Trying to communicate with spirit more and like rely on the people around you less. There could be like one particular person around you helping to guide you. You also could feel as though you you feel like disappointed in how something turned out. Like you also could have kind of like taken someone else's advice or been reliant on something that it didn't turn out the way that you thought. So you're in a place of being a little bit unfulfilled and disappointed yourself and trying to figure out how to like correct things or amend things. I'm just hearing like you could feel like you wanted to like apologize for something um, to this other person, but you don't really know how to go about it. You're feeling a little bit lost and confused as well. You're not sure like which route or which path to take forward. So we have the Six of Swords in your connecting energy here. So we're seeing a lot of progress, movement forward. There's also this kind of divine energy. I'm seeing like one of you is being guided to move towards the other, and the other one is being guided to kind of anchor themselves or ground themselves where they're at. So the other person's energy towards you is the Four of Swords. So they're being guided to kind of like rest and relax and just like feel out this moment, experience this moment. Like there's something for them to learn and just surrendering to the way that things are and staying grounded no matter what. Whereas with you, you're going through more of like a transformational journey. So it's like once you surrender to releasing everything that isn't working for you and being able to truly let go of whatever you were relying on before or being guided by before that you feel like is just not right. Like there's something towards like you feel like other people have already repeated these same patterns or these same cycles and you want to like do something different or make some sort of change. So that comes with a lot of releasing attachments to things, releasing certain people, places, um, the way that you looked at certain things, like just fully releasing one thing and being open to and something new kind of coming into your life or being guided towards something new. So it's like as soon as you're able to fully release and let go of everything that's not working out and everything that feels out of alignment and wrong, you'll naturally kind of open up to or like find yourself, you'll naturally go in the direction that you're meant to in order to reconnect with this person. I'm seeing like being kind of like guided back to each other. So there could be somewhere for you to like move or go or travel physically, um, where this person will already be kind of like anchored into something. So then you can like meet each other in the middle. So that's what the other person's really been focusing on, like not overly chasing or pursuing things and like letting people come to them and like letting people meet them in the middle. So they're not always feeling overextended and you're kind of going through your own personal transformation and journey of like not repeating the same patterns as others, not relying on others as much, getting away from things that feel out of alignment and feel like they're not correct in order to open yourself up to moving towards what is going to be for you. So my cat wants to, oh goodness. Okay. So there could be communication coming. Um, in the past energy, we have the Page of Pentacles. So heavy energy of like both of you just kind of taking a time out to work on yourselves, invest in yourselves, build things up. Also, in the past, you may have both been like not in the right place in your life to come together and connect. It's like not ready to like plant roots with another person. You're like still growing and figuring out, the best way to approach things or what's best for you. Is definitely an energy where like the other person kind of had a female figure that presented very masculine, um, or had a very like dominant masculine energy that they relied on. And then there's like some sort of outside energy around you as well that you've relied on or been influenced by. And you're both trying to figure out how to release what's not working for you and move towards like your destiny, or like the what is going to be in alignment with you, what is going to feel right, what is going to be fulfilling and happy or bring that happiness. So in the past, you were both on that journey of just like watering yourselves, like building yourselves up, figuring out what was best, how to properly invest in yourself and be more independent. Um, so now in the present time, there could be um, communication specifically coming. There's kind of like a burst of energy happening at this time. With the sun, I'm seeing like divine inspiration, just being in the right place at the right time. With the key here, it's like some sort of like spiritual download or inspiration or information received that kind of unlocks this higher level understanding of how to like move forward or how to go about things. Some sort of key information coming in that's kind of like a game changer. A lot of forward progress, forward movement. It's like finally understanding some sort of secret, like being able to, like, one of you feeling safe finally to like open up to the other, and it giving the other one some sort of key perspective or understanding about the past in order to be able to unlock your ability to move forward together. It's like some sort of communication or conversation that brings a lot of perspective, that like opens things up for the first time or in a way that you were never able to be open and connect or communicate openly in the past. So it's like now you're both in completely different places in your life to where things are just like it's safe to finally be fully open. Like this other person has really wanted to connect with someone on a deeper level, but they were really scared to open up. So certain things could have just happened in the past to make either of you or both of you feel as though you're like wrong about the way the other person felt. And so it's like some sort of key information being shared or getting back to the other person or to you to let you know like the truth, a light being shown on the truth. Something finally coming to light that's been a secret for a long time, which gives either you or the other person this like key perspective to know exactly where the other person's at or how to move forward in some way. So in the future, with the Three of Pentacles, I'm seeing an energy where it's like a potential to come together and work really well together. Um, like whatever influences were in your lives in the past that made it difficult to come together and communicate properly and work well together, it's like being able to bring all of these unrelated forces together and it actually meshing quite well. Them being really open to working on things, people around them being very supportive, um, people around you being supportive. It's just like um, not only you two being able to come together and start to build together, but then having that outside help and support as well to help build like a really strong foundation. This outside support could be like coming in from spirit, like spirit sending you the right connections and people in order to give you what you need to be able to move forward. So you don't need to rely on the same people that you relied on in the past. Like you each have different people in your life that helped support you in some way. And so they were also then influencing the way you were able to move forward, how you were able to connect with others, etc. So now it's like spirits going to send like new people to help you and assist you both. So you can start to build that foundation together as a team. I'm seeing things are like starting to open up and come into alignment at this time. A lot of positive movement forward, just like a really bright, warm, loving light being shown on things. So anything that wasn't able to be communicated or you didn't feel safe to say or that you were influenced out of like being honest in certain ways, it's like all of that is finally going to come to the surface now. I'm seeing six. The number six, it could be like 6 years or something. Um, Something could have happened 6 years ago where you didn't feel like you could quite communicate or things just went left unsaid or it's like you just had to kind of accept the way things were at one time, but now there's an ability to speak your truth and to really see each other in a very different light because you both individually grown a lot on your journeys and spiritually as well. So, in the extended reading, we're going to take a deeper look into the other person and then get some messages from them from the Hermit Tarot. But if you watched this far into our reading, then I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that you have a really great day.